Clean these 5 body parts daily for a longer, healthier life. 1. The tongue, a forgotten organ that greatly affects health. When it comes to oral hygiene, most people immediately think of brushing their teeth twice a day, using dental floss, and rinsing with salt water or mouthwash. However, there is one important part that is often overlooked: the tongue. This organ is not only responsible for tasting food, but also serves as a home for hundreds of types of bacteria. Neglecting tongue hygiene can lead to serious health issues, from bad breath and tooth decay to more severe conditions such as heart disease, respiratory infections, and diabetes. In this article, we will explore the role of the tongue, the impact of bacterial buildup, and the proper way to clean it to maintain fresh breath and protect the body from diseases. The tongue, a home to hundreds of bacteria. Did you know that the surface of your tongue hosts over 700 different types of bacteria? Some of these bacteria are beneficial, helping to maintain the balance of the oral microbiome, aid digestion, and protect the body from harmful bacteria. However, a large number of these bacteria can cause serious health problems. The tongue acts like a sponge, constantly coming into contact with food, saliva, airborne bacteria, and leftover particles from meals. If not cleaned properly, a thin bacterial layer forms on the tongue's surface, creating a white or yellowish coating. This buildup not only dulls the sense of taste, but is also a primary cause of bad breath and several oral health issues. The consequences of not cleaning the tongue. 1. Bad breath, the most noticeable sign. One of the most obvious signs of an unclean tongue is bad breath. Bacteria on the tongue break down food particles and proteins, releasing volatile sulfur compounds, VSCs, that cause foul odors. No matter how thoroughly you brush your teeth, if you don't clean your tongue, bad breath may persist. Number 2. Tooth decay and gum disease. An unclean tongue harbors a large number of bacteria, which can spread to the teeth and gums. Harmful bacteria from the tongue can form plaque on the teeth, increasing the risk of cavities and gum inflammation. If left untreated, this can progress into periodontitis, a severe condition that can lead to tooth loss. 3. Impact on heart health. Studies have shown that poor oral hygiene, including neglecting tongue cleaning, can increase the risk of heart disease. Bacteria from the mouth can enter the bloodstream through small cuts in the gums, leading to inflammation and the buildup of arterial plaque, which increases the likelihood of heart problems. 4. Respiratory infections. When bacteria accumulate on the tongue, they can travel down the throat and into the respiratory system, causing infections such as sore throat, bronchitis, or even pneumonia. This is especially concerning for older adults or those with weakened immune systems. 5. Link to diabetes. Research has established a strong connection between diabetes and oral infections. Bacteria in the mouth can increase inflammation in the body, making it harder to control blood sugar levels. Conversely, individuals with diabetes are more prone to gum disease and oral health issues if they do not maintain proper hygiene, including tongue cleaning. How to properly clean your tongue. Maintaining tongue hygiene is a simple yet essential step in protecting oral and overall health. Here are some effective methods for cleaning the tongue. 1. Use a tongue scraper. A tongue scraper is a specialized tool designed to effectively remove bacteria and plaque from the tongue's surface, working better than a toothbrush. How to use it? Place the scraper at the back of the tongue, as far as comfortable. Gently pull it forward, removing the bacterial layer. Rinse the scraper after each stroke. Repeat 3 to 4 times until the tongue appears clean. Use a toothbrush to clean the tongue. If you don't have a tongue scraper, you can use a soft bristled toothbrush. How to do it? After brushing your teeth, gently scrub the tongue in circular motions. Pay special attention to the back of the tongue, where bacteria tend to accumulate the most. Rinse your mouth with water or mouthwash afterward to remove any remaining bacteria. 3. Use mouthwash. After cleaning the tongue, rinse your mouth with salt water or an antibacterial mouthwash to eliminate leftover bacteria. This helps combat bad breath and keeps the oral cavity clean. 4. Drink plenty of water. Water helps flush out bacteria and debris from the tongue, preventing dry mouth, which can contribute to bad breath and bacterial growth. Conclusion. The tongue is an essential part of the body, but is often neglected in daily hygiene routines. If not cleaned properly, the tongue can become a breeding ground for hundreds of harmful bacteria, leading to issues such as bad breath, tooth decay, heart disease, respiratory infections, and diabetes. However, by spending just a few minutes each day cleaning your tongue with a scraper or toothbrush, you can significantly improve oral and overall health. Start incorporating this habit today for fresher breath and better long-term well-being. The importance of foot hygiene for overall health. Foot care is often overlooked in daily hygiene routines, yet our feet endure immense pressure and exposure every day. They support our body weight, keep us mobile, and are frequently confined in shoes, creating a warm, damp environment where bacteria and fungi thrive. Neglecting foot hygiene can lead to infections, circulation issues, and other health complications, particularly for older adults and individuals with diabetes. Proper foot hygiene is crucial for preventing infections, maintaining mobility, and ensuring long-term well-being. Why foot hygiene matters. Feet are among the most vulnerable parts of the body due to their constant exposure to dirt, sweat, and bacteria. Unlike other body parts that may receive frequent cleaning and care, feet are often given minimal attention, typically receiving just a quick rinse in the shower. However, this is insufficient to remove the buildup of sweat, dead skin cells, and bacteria that accumulate daily. 1. The risk of bacterial and fungal infections. The combination of moisture and warmth inside shoes creates an ideal breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. One of the most common foot infections is athlete's foot, a fungal condition that causes itching, peeling, and redness between the toes. If left untreated, it can spread to the nails, leading to onychomycosis, a stubborn fungal infection that causes thickened, discolored nails. Bacteria on the feet can also lead to unpleasant odors. Sweat itself is odorless, but when bacteria break down sweat, they produce foul-smelling compounds, resulting in persistent foot odor. In more severe cases, bacterial infections can cause blisters, sores, and even cellulitis, a serious skin infection that requires medical attention. 2. Circulatory issues and the importance of foot health for older adults and diabetics. Proper foot hygiene is especially crucial for individuals with diabetes and poor circulation. Diabetes can lead to neuropathy, a condition that causes numbness and reduced sensation in the feet. This makes it difficult for diabetics to detect injuries, blisters, or infections, which, if left untreated, can lead to ulcers or, in severe cases, amputation. Poor circulation, often associated with aging and conditions like peripheral artery disease, PAD, makes it harder for wounds on the feet to heal. Swelling, persistent cold toes, and discoloration can be early warning signs of circulation issues. Keeping feet clean and dry can help prevent infections that could become serious health threats. How to properly clean your feet. Maintaining clean and healthy feet requires more than just rinsing them in the shower. Implementing a proper foot care routine can significantly reduce the risk of infections and improve overall foot health. 1. Wash your feet thoroughly every day. Many people assume that standing in the shower allows enough water to wash their feet, but this is not enough to remove dirt and bacteria. To properly clean your feet, use warm water and mild soap to scrub the entire foot, including the soles, heels, and between the toes. Sit down if necessary to ensure you can reach all areas comfortably. If your feet are particularly sweaty or prone to odor, consider using an antibacterial soap to eliminate bacteria effectively. 2. Dry your feet completely, especially between the toes. After washing, drying your feet is just as important as cleaning them. Excess moisture, particularly between the toes, creates an environment where fungi can grow. Use a soft, clean towel to thoroughly pat your feet dry. Pay special attention to the spaces between your toes, as these areas are highly susceptible to fungal infections like athlete's foot. If necessary, use a hairdryer on a low setting to ensure complete dryness, especially for individuals prone to excessive sweating. 3. Moisturize, but avoid applying lotion between the toes. Keeping the skin on your feet hydrated helps prevent cracks, calluses, and dry skin, which can become entry points for bacteria. However, it is essential to apply lotion properly. Use a small amount of moisturizer and gently massage it into the tops and soles of your feet. Avoid applying lotion between the toes, as excess moisture in this area can increase the risk of fungal infections. Additional foot care tips for long-term health. Aside from daily washing and moisturizing, additional foot care practices can further improve foot health and prevent complications. 1. Trim toenails properly. Toenails should be trimmed straight across rather than rounded at the edges to prevent ingrown toenails, which can cause pain and infection. Use a clean, sharp nail clipper and avoid cutting nails too short. 2. Wear clean, breathable socks. Choose cotton or moisture-wicking socks to help absorb sweat and keep feet dry. Change socks daily or more often if they become damp. Avoid wearing tight socks, which can restrict circulation. 3. Choose the right footwear. Wear well-fitted shoes that provide proper support and allow for air circulation. Avoid shoes that are too tight, as they can cause blisters, corns, and other foot problems. If your shoes become wet, let them dry completely before wearing them again to prevent fungal growth. 4. Check your feet regularly for signs of problems. Taking a few moments each day to inspect your feet can help detect early signs of infection, injury, or circulation issues before they become severe. Look for redness, swelling, or unusual discoloration, cuts, sores, or blisters that do not heal quickly, pain or persistent discomfort, thickened, yellowed toenails, which may indicate a fungal infection. For individuals with diabetes or circulatory issues, regular foot examinations are even more critical. Consulting a podiatrist, foot specialist, for routine checkups can help prevent complications. Conclusion. Foot hygiene is a vital but often neglected part of self-care. Since feet endure constant pressure and exposure to bacteria and fungi, proper cleaning and maintenance are essential for preventing infections, improving circulation, and ensuring overall well-being. This is especially crucial for older adults and individuals with diabetes, as they face a higher risk of complications from minor foot issues. By washing feet thoroughly, drying them properly, moisturizing wisely, and choosing the right footwear, you can keep your feet in excellent condition. These simple habits take only a few minutes a day, but can make a significant difference in comfort, mobility, and long-term health. Prioritizing foot care today can help prevent serious issues in the future, allowing you to move confidently and maintain a high quality of life. The importance of proper underarm hygiene for health and well-being. Underarm hygiene is an essential yet often overlooked aspect of personal care. While most people apply deodorant or antiperspirant daily, fewer take the time to properly cleanse and maintain their underarm area. The underarms contain numerous lymph nodes, which play a crucial role in filtering toxins from the body. However, they are also prone to bacterial buildup, sweat accumulation, clogged pores, and irritation, which can lead to unpleasant odors, skin infections, and even long-term health complications. Maintaining proper underarm hygiene not only helps to prevent bad odor, but also supports the body's natural detoxification process, reduces the risk of skin infections, and improves overall comfort. In this article, we will explore why underarm hygiene matters, the potential risks of poor underarm care, and effective ways to keep this area clean and healthy. Why underarm hygiene is important. The underarm area is home to a dense concentration of sweat glands and hair follicles, making it one of the most active regions of the body in terms of perspiration. This makes it an ideal environment for bacteria to thrive, especially if proper hygiene is not maintained. Here's why underarm care should be a priority. 1. Lymphatic health and detoxification. The underarms contain numerous lymph nodes, which are small structures that help filter toxins and waste from the body. These nodes are part of the lymphatic system, which plays a crucial role in immune function and overall health. When the underarms are clogged with sweat, dead skin cells, and deodorant residue, the lymph nodes may not function optimally, potentially affecting the body's ability to detoxify itself effectively. 2. Bacterial growth and odor. Sweat itself is odorless, but when it mixes with bacteria on the skin, it produces an unpleasant smell. This is particularly noticeable in the underarm area because it is warm and often covered, creating an environment where bacteria can multiply quickly. Common bacteria found in the underarm area include Corynebacterium, a primary contributor to body odor, breaking down sweat into foul-smelling compounds. Staphylococcus. While some strains are harmless, others can cause infections, particularly if there are small cuts or irritated skin. If not cleaned properly, bacterial buildup can lead to chronic body odor, irritation, and skin infections. Factor 3. Clogged pores and skin irritation. Many people apply deodorants or antiperspirants daily, which can leave behind residue that builds up over time. When mixed with sweat, this can clog pores, leading to underarm pimples, inflammation, and even painful abscesses. Additionally, harsh scrubbing or using products with strong fragrances can irritate the delicate underarm skin, causing redness, itchiness, and sensitivity. 4. Risk of fungal and bacterial infections. Underarms that remain damp or are not cleaned properly can develop fungal infections, such as intertrigo or yeast infections, which thrive in warm, moist environments. Symptoms may include persistent redness or rashes, burning or itching sensations, peeling or cracked skin. In severe cases, bacterial infections like hidradenitis suppurativa, chronic inflammation of sweat glands, can develop, leading to painful lumps and abscesses under the arms. Hack how to properly clean your underarms. Maintaining clean underarms is a simple yet highly effective way to reduce bacterial buildup, prevent odor, and keep the skin healthy. Here are the best practices for proper underarm hygiene. Nano 1. Wash daily with warm water and mild soap. Washing your underarms daily is essential for removing sweat, bacteria, and deodorant buildup. Follow these steps for effective cleaning. Use warm water to open up the pores and loosen debris. Apply a gentle, fragrance-free soap to avoid irritation. Use a soft washcloth or your fingertips to gently scrub the area in circular motions. Rinse thoroughly to ensure all soap and residue are removed. If you engage in intense physical activity or live in a humid climate, consider washing your underarms twice a day to maintain freshness. 2. Avoid harsh scrubbing. Many people mistakenly believe that scrubbing the underarms aggressively will remove odor more effectively. However, harsh scrubbing can damage the skin barrier, making it more susceptible to infections, cause microabrasions which allow bacteria to enter, increase irritation, especially for those with sensitive skin. Instead, focus on gentle cleansing motions to effectively clean the skin without causing harm. 3. Dry the underarms completely before applying deodorant. After washing, it is crucial to thoroughly dry the underarms before applying deodorant or antiperspirant. Residual moisture can contribute to bacterial growth and reduce the effectiveness of deodorants. Use a clean towel to pat the area dry. Avoid rubbing aggressively. If necessary, allow the underarms to air dry for a few minutes before getting dressed. If you sweat excessively, consider using a mild talcum-free powder to absorb moisture throughout the day. 4. Choose the right deodorant or antiperspirant. Not all underarm products are created equal. Consider the following when selecting deodorant. Deodorants help mask body odor but do not prevent sweating. Antiperspirants reduce sweat by temporarily blocking sweat glands. Avoid products with harsh chemicals, alcohol, or strong fragrances, which may cause irritation. If you have sensitive skin, opt for natural or hypoallergenic deodorants. 5. Exfoliate weekly to remove dead skin cells. Exfoliating the underarms once or twice a week helps remove dead skin cells, unclog pores, and reduce the risk of irritation. Use a gentle scrub or a soft exfoliating glove, but avoid over-exfoliating, as this can cause inflammation. 6. Maintain good hygiene habits. In addition to daily washing, consider these habits to keep your underarms fresh and healthy. Wear breathable fabrics, like cotton, to reduce sweating. Change clothes regularly, especially after sweating. Shave carefully, using a sharp razor and moisturizing shaving cream to prevent irritation and razor burns. Signs of underarm skin problems to watch for. If you notice any of the following signs, it may indicate an underlying issue that requires medical attention. Persistent redness or rashes that do not improve with proper hygiene. Lumps or painful swelling under the arms. Pus-filled sores or abscesses that recur frequently. Unusual odor changes that persist despite washing. For severe or persistent symptoms, consult a dermatologist or healthcare provider to determine the cause and receive appropriate treatment. Conclusion. Underarm hygiene is more than just applying deodorant. It plays a vital role in lymphatic health, bacterial control, and overall skincare. By washing daily with mild soap, drying the area thoroughly, using suitable deodorants, and adopting good hygiene habits, you can prevent odor, irritation, and infections. These simple yet effective steps will not only keep your underarms fresh, but also contribute to better skin health and overall well-being. Taking a few extra moments each day to care for your underarms can have long-term benefits for both comfort and health. Is that a 4? The importance of nasal hygiene for health and well-being. The nose is one of the most important organs in the human body, yet it often goes unnoticed in daily hygiene routines. It acts as a natural air filter, processing an estimated 10,000 liters of air every day. As we inhale, the nose traps dust, bacteria, pollutants, and allergens, preventing them from reaching the lungs. However, over time, these particles accumulate in the nasal passages, leading to congestion, allergies, respiratory infections, and even sleep disturbances. Proper nasal hygiene is essential for breathing efficiency, immune defense, and overall respiratory health. In this article, we will explore the importance of nasal hygiene, the risks of neglecting nasal care, and effective methods for keeping your nose clean and healthy. Why nasal hygiene matters. The nasal cavity serves as the body's first line of defense against harmful airborne particles. Every breath we take passes through the nose, where tiny cilia, hair-like structures, and mucus work together to trap and filter out bacteria, viruses, dust, and other pollutants. However, when nasal hygiene is neglected, these protective mechanisms can become compromised, leading to various health problems. 1. Accumulation of dust, bacteria, and pollutants. Throughout the day, the nose is exposed to a wide range of environmental irritants, including dust and pollen, which can trigger allergies, airborne bacteria and viruses, which increase the risk of respiratory infections, pollutants and smoke, which can cause inflammation and irritation of the nasal passages. Without proper cleaning, these particles remain trapped in the nasal cavity, leading to blockages, irritation, and increased susceptibility to infections. 2. Nasal congestion and breathing difficulties. When mucus and airborne debris accumulate in the nasal passages, they can create a thick layer that obstructs airflow, leading to stuffy noses and difficulty breathing. This congestion can result in frequent sinus pressure and headaches, difficulty sleeping due to blocked nasal passages, mouth breathing, which dries out the throat and increases the risk of infections. People who suffer from chronic sinusitis, allergies, or colds often experience prolonged congestion, which can be alleviated with proper nasal care. 3. Increased risk of respiratory infections. When the nose is not cleaned properly, bacteria and viruses trapped in the nasal cavity can multiply and lead to upper respiratory infections, colds, and sinusitis. These infections can cause runny nose, sneezing and inflammation, sore throat due to postnasal drip, prolonged congestion and pressure in the sinuses. Proper nasal hygiene helps remove these pathogens before they can cause illness, reducing the risk of infections and promoting better respiratory health. 4. Impact on sleep quality. Nasal congestion and blockages can significantly affect sleep quality by causing snoring and disrupted breathing during sleep, dry mouth due to mouth breathing, difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep due to discomfort. Individuals with conditions such as sleep apnea or chronic congestion may find that improving nasal hygiene leads to better airflow, reduced snoring, and more restful sleep. How to properly clean your nose. Regular nasal cleansing is simple yet highly effective in promoting clear breathing, reducing infections, and maintaining overall health. Here are the best methods for proper nasal care. 1. Rinse the nose with saline solution. One of the most effective ways to clean the nasal passages is by using a saline saltwater rinse. Saline solutions help flush out mucus, bacteria, allergens, and pollutants, keeping the nose clear and reducing irritation. How to perform a saline rinse. Use a pre-made saline spray, available at pharmacies, or mix your own solution with sterile water and non-iodized salt. Tilt your head slightly forward over a sink. Use a neti pot, saline spray, or squeeze bottle to gently pour the solution into one nostril while allowing it to drain out of the other nostril. Repeat on the opposite side. Gently blow your nose afterward to remove any remaining fluid. Saline rinses can be used daily for individuals prone to allergies or nasal congestion, or a few times a week for general maintenance. 2. Steam inhalation for deep cleansing. Inhaling steam helps loosen mucus, clear nasal blockages, and soothe inflamed nasal passages. How to do steam inhalation. Boil a pot of water and pour it into a large bowl. Lean over the bowl, covering your head with a towel to trap the steam. Breathe deeply through your nose for 5 to 10 minutes. For added benefits, consider adding essential oils like eucalyptus or peppermint, which have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Steam inhalation is particularly beneficial for those suffering from sinus infections, colds, or seasonal allergies. #3. Proper blowing technique to avoid sinus pressure. Blowing the nose incorrectly can create excessive pressure in the nasal passages, potentially pushing mucus and bacteria further into the sinuses and leading to infections. Correct blowing method. Blow one nostril at a time while keeping the other nostril closed. Use gentle pressure instead of forceful blowing to prevent irritation. Always use a clean tissue and wash hands afterward to prevent the spread of bacteria. Hydration to maintain nasal moisture. A dry nasal cavity can lead to irritation, nosebleeds, and increased susceptibility to infections. To maintain nasal moisture, drink plenty of water to keep mucus thin and prevent dryness. Use a humidifier in dry climates or during winter months to prevent nasal passages from drying out. Apply a small amount of coconut oil or saline gel inside the nostrils to prevent excessive dryness, especially in colder weather. 5. Avoid irritants that affect nasal health. To maintain clear nasal passages, it is important to reduce exposure to irritants, such as cigarette smoke, which damages the nasal lining and increases congestion, strong perfumes or chemical fumes, which can trigger allergic reactions, dust and pet dander, which can cause nasal blockages and irritation. Regularly cleaning your living environment, using air purifiers, and minimizing exposure to allergens can help maintain healthy nasal function. Now, signs that your nose needs more attention. If you experience any of the following symptoms, it may indicate that your nose requires better hygiene or medical attention. Persistent congestion or stuffy nose that does not improve. Frequent sneezing, irritation, or dryness. Thick, discolored nasal discharge, which may indicate an infection. Sinus pressure or facial pain lasting more than 10 days. If symptoms persist or worsen, consulting an ear, nose, and throat (ENT) specialist is recommended for proper diagnosis and treatment. Conclusion. The nose is a powerful natural filter, protecting the respiratory system from harmful particles, bacteria, and allergens. However, without proper hygiene, nasal passages can become clogged, leading to breathing difficulties, infections, and poor sleep quality. By incorporating simple practices such as saline rinses, steam inhalation, proper blowing techniques, and hydration, you can keep your nasal passages clean, improve airflow, and enhance overall well-being. Prioritizing nasal hygiene is a small effort that can lead to significant long-term health benefits. 5. The importance of belly button hygiene for health and well-being. The belly button is one of the most overlooked parts of the body when it comes to personal hygiene. Despite its small and inconspicuous nature, it plays a significant role in maintaining skin health. Over time, the belly button accumulates dirt, sweat, dead skin cells, and bacteria, which can lead to unpleasant odors and even infections if not cleaned properly. Many people neglect this part of their body, assuming it requires little to no attention. However, proper belly button hygiene is essential for preventing infections, maintaining fresh skin, and avoiding unnecessary medical issues. This article explores the importance of belly button cleanliness, potential risks of neglecting it, and effective methods for proper care. Why belly button hygiene matters. The belly button, or navel, is a natural skin fold where debris and bacteria can accumulate. Depending on whether a person has an innie, concave, or an outie protruding, the depth and cleanliness of the area may vary. However, both types require regular maintenance to prevent hygiene-related problems. 1. Accumulation of dirt, sweat, and dead skin cells. The belly button is a prime location for the buildup of sweat, which can create an ideal environment for bacterial growth. lint and dust, often trapped from clothing. Dead skin cells, which accumulate over time and mix with sweat and oils. This combination can lead to clogging, irritation, and odor if left unchecked. Bacterial and fungal infections. Since the belly button is a warm and sometimes moist area, bacteria and fungi thrive if it is not cleaned regularly. The most common issues include bacterial infections. Redness, swelling, and an unpleasant smell are common signs of bacterial overgrowth. Fungal infections. People who sweat excessively or live in humid climates may develop yeast infections, which appear as red, itchy rashes in and around the navel. Infections may start as minor irritations, but can escalate into painful abscesses or cysts that require medical intervention. 3. Unpleasant odor. A neglected belly button often develops an unpleasant smell, caused by the breakdown of sweat and bacteria, the presence of trapped dirt and oils, possible fungal growth in moist environments. Even individuals with excellent hygiene can experience occasional odor if they do not regularly clean their belly button. 4. Belly button piercing infections. For those with navel piercings, hygiene becomes even more critical. Piercings create an entry point for bacteria, increasing the risk of infections, discharge, and irritation. Without proper care, piercing infections can cause redness, swelling, pus, and pain. Regular cleaning and aftercare are essential to ensure the piercing heals correctly and remains infection-free. How to properly clean your belly button. Maintaining proper belly button hygiene does not require extensive effort, but consistency is key. Following these simple steps can prevent infections and keep the area clean and odor-free. 1. Clean the belly button daily. Just like other parts of the body, the belly button requires regular cleaning. Here's how to do it properly. Use a soft washcloth or cotton swab soaked in warm water and mild soap. Gently wipe inside and around the belly button, removing any visible dirt or buildup. If using a cotton swab, be careful not to apply excessive pressure, especially for deep belly buttons. People who sweat more or wear tight clothing should increase the frequency of cleaning, particularly during hot or humid weather. 2. Dry the belly button thoroughly. One of the most critical steps in belly button care is ensuring it remains completely dry after cleaning. Moisture trapped inside the navel can promote bacterial and fungal growth, leading to infections. After washing, use a clean, dry towel to pat the area gently. For deep belly buttons, a dry cotton swab can help remove any remaining moisture. Avoid leaving damp cloths or towels pressed against the belly button for prolonged periods. 3. Use antibacterial or antifungal remedies if necessary. If a person experiences recurrent infections, excessive sweating, or irritation, they may benefit from applying a small amount of antibacterial ointment for minor cuts or irritation, mild antifungal powder if prone to fungal infections. However, these should only be used as needed and not as a daily routine unless prescribed by a doctor. 4. Special care for pierced belly buttons. If a person has a navel piercing, additional care is required. Clean the piercing twice daily with saline solution or fragrance-free antibacterial soap. Avoid using alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, or harsh cleansers, as these can dry out and irritate the skin. Always dry the area completely after cleaning. Avoid touching the piercing with dirty hands, as this can introduce bacteria. A fresh piercing typically takes 6 months to a year to heal completely, so maintaining strict hygiene during this period is essential. Common mistakes to avoid in belly button care. Even with good intentions, people sometimes make mistakes when caring for their belly button. Here are some common pitfalls to avoid. 1. Using harsh soaps or fragranced products. The skin inside the belly button is sensitive, so using strong soaps, scented body washes, or alcohol-based cleansers can lead to irritation. Stick to mild, unscented soaps to prevent dryness and discomfort. 2. Overcleaning or scrubbing too harshly. Excessive scrubbing can cause small abrasions in the skin, making it more susceptible to infections. Cleaning should be gentle and consistent rather than aggressive. 3. Ignoring signs of infection. If the belly button becomes red, swollen, painful, or emits discharge, these could be signs of an infection. Ignoring these symptoms may result in worsening conditions that require medical treatment. 4. Leaving moisture in the belly button. As mentioned earlier, moisture buildup is a leading cause of bacterial and fungal growth. Ensuring the belly button remains dry is just as important as keeping it clean. Signs that indicate a problem. If any of the following symptoms appear, it may indicate an underlying issue that requires medical attention. Persistent bad odor despite regular cleaning, redness, swelling, or pain in the belly button, unusual discharge, pus, blood, or yellowish fluid, itching, burning, or rash inside or around the navel. If these symptoms persist or worsen, consulting a doctor or dermatologist is recommended to determine the cause and receive appropriate treatment. Conclusion. The belly button may seem like an insignificant part of the body, but it plays a crucial role in overall skin hygiene. Over time, dirt, sweat, and bacteria accumulate, leading to potential infections and unpleasant odors. Regular cleaning with a soft cloth or cotton swab, drying thoroughly, and maintaining good hygiene practices can prevent these issues and ensure long-term skin health. For individuals with navel piercings, extra care is needed to avoid infections. Simple daily habits can make a significant difference in keeping the belly button clean, fresh, and free from irritation or health concerns. Prioritizing belly button hygiene is a small but essential step toward better personal hygiene and overall well-being. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more health tips. Stay strong and stay healthy.